The Cleveland Cavaliers had been unable to trade for Carmelo Anthony, and yesterday he was dealt to the Oklahoma City Thunder instead. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, the Cavs had offered the New York Knicks a trade package centered around Iman Shumpert and Channing Frye in a deal that would have required them trading at least two other minimum salary contracts to make the trade legal from a financial standpoint. Wojnarowski Cleveland's package included Iman Shumpert and Channing Frye and would have needed to be supplemented with minimum veterans, league sources said. Melo's arrival in the land was perceived as a move that would help keep LeBron James in Cleveland. The two are best friends, and Anthony is one of the best scoring forwards the league has seen. In addition, the Kyrie Irving left an ISO scoring void that still needs to be filled, while Isaiah Thomas recovers from a hip injury. However, while it may be counterintuitive, this is a trade that could help keep James in Cleveland anyways. With the addition of Anthony, the Oklahoma City Thunder finally have a big three again. A big three with enough collective talent to handle their own against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs and the Golden State Warriors, which makes them legitimate championship contenders. In addition, Anthony is unlikely to opt out of his contract next summer. Who else will offer him a max contract and be a championship contender? So he pushed hard for a trade. Russell Westbrook is more likely to stay in Oklahoma City, where he can earn the most money in free agency now that they've acquired two all-star caliber forwards with skill sets that complement his lackluster jump shooting. Paul George's dream may be to play in Los Angeles, but he also wants to win and compete for championships, or he doesn't want to keep losing in the playoffs. In any case, he may find himself choosing to resign with the Thunder in the offseason instead of going to a Lakers squad that's full to the brim with potential, but whose timeline doesn't match up with George's prime. As a result, with Anthony, Westbrook, and George, three future free agents that are considered to be potential running mates for James, if he leaves the Cleveland Cavaliers, their success as a collective could keep them away from the open market. Their success keep James away from the open market as well. Keeping James in the land is no small task, but the job is a lot easier when there's less available talent in the free agent pool to team up with. That doesn't mean it's impossible that James would leave and team up with one or more of the listed names, though. At the season's end, especially if the Cavs season sees them exiting out of the playoffs earlier than expected or more unexpected drama and chaos unfolds, James could easily decide to team up with Lonzo Ball and the Los Angeles Lakers or Kawhi Leonard and the San Antonio Spurs. In order to bring another all-star with him, he only has to call up Westbrook, Anthony, George. He could even call Chris Paul, although it would be nice if James could just convince Paul to come to the land. More from King James Gospel. Because the Cleveland Cavaliers have two first-round picks in the 2018 NBA draft, they still have the trade assets needed to acquire an all-star like DeMarcus Cousins or trade for the first overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft, if they don't already have it. In reality, the Cavs are just as capable of surrounding James with all-star talent as any team. Considering that the organization caters to James and the city considers him to be a hometown hero, there are a multitude of factors that could keep James in Cleveland. Other teams could cater to him, but unless the organizational stability of a team like Spurs, who wouldn't cater to James, seems to be too enticing, there's no other franchise that can offer James what he'd have by staying with the Cavs. It's important to note, too, that the Miami Heat had the same qualities as an organization that the Spurs do: continuity, loyalty, a lack of dysfunction, and he left them for the Cavs, a team with just as much turnover and chaos in the front office then as they have now. James chose to return to Cleveland in 2014 despite those factors, because of his love for his city, state and the franchise that brought him into the league. The love can't have left yet. Anthony's trade to Oklahoma City Thunder could be a blessing in disguise.